Yo, I need to make one fix here. So I figured it would be a smart idea to do like some live rework of audio sources while I was waiting to go live. And you will be unsurprised to find out that didn't like go super well. So I need to add Why can you not find it? Alright, well, what if I do this? Does that work? No. Okay, we'll just do another game where we're not listening to music then. That's fine. Let's get the soundtrack up. Take you all the way down. Against the Storm soundtrack. One of these days I'm going to get this fixed permanently, and it's going to feel great. Unfortunately, today's not that day. Oh, so you're not picking up Chrome either. What the hell? Why? Alright, you know what? Let's try adding a new audio source first. How about that? Let's add you. Point you at Chrome. There we go. Okay, at least we got something. I was this close to restarting the stream. Anyway, we're going to go here and we're going to see what these question marks are up north. For a Royal Woodlands game, I do like beavers. But I don't like lizards. And I do like humans. But I don't really like plant fiber. But I do like 14 metal, and 28 leather's okay. And this is an 11 villager group. And I don't like pottery, so I think I'm going with this. And then for stuff to bring, you're bringing fabric. We can get wood, so I'm not seeing brick. I'll take some oil for glade events, and just give me like some vegetables. So we're going to try and do one of two things here. The first thing we're going to try and do is orderless. And then if orderless doesn't work, we're going to try and do win without opening a dangerous glade. Gain 3 to global results for 3 minutes every time you discover a new glade and the duration stacks. Feels like something that would lend itself to not opening any dangerous or forbidden glades. I kind of want to try that one, honestly. Let's give it a shot. You know, if it turns out to be too hard, we can always back out of it by deciding that we need to open a glade. And then we'll do orderless some other time. Now, where am I going to want to expand? Well, it doesn't really matter if we're not going to be opening any dangerous or forbidden glades. We can just kind of go wherever we want. As long as it's not into one of the glades. So take me over here, take me over here. Let's open up a glade nice and early to get that resolve bonus since we're still in drizzle. And then we're also going to need a stonecutter's camp for this clay. Your priority 2, your priority 1, your priority 2. And we're also going to need a small trapper's camp for these eggs. Because foragers' camps don't do eggs anymore? Yeah, that's correct. So you come down here. You come down here. You're going to be priority 1. So we've got beavers and harpies are the first 2 races. And then bad mysteries, travel costs are increased by 2. That's fine. Have housing and services, and you have a lot of minus resolve during storm. Not horrible mysteries, all told. I think we'll be able to manage just fine with those. You guys get to work. You can get into here. I did turn music off, right? Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good to go. So this is going to be I'm going to commit to no dangerous for forbidden glades. We'll do orders this game. Later on we'll try a game that does no orders where we can open dangerous and forbidden glades. But let's see how that goes. So, victory conditions. We're going to miss out on, like, you know, anywhere from 2 to 5 reputation from not opening dangerous glades, which means we're going to have to get it back through careful order selection, but it shouldn't be that bad. So guild catalog is fine. Woodpecker technique is bad to fine. Fungal guide is good if you can get synergies going, and I did see one mushroom deposit in this small glade, but Titan Belt is really good. It makes any trade route that costs 1 provision actually cost no provisions at all, so that you can really do a lot of trade. And I like it a lot, so I'm going to take it. This is going to make our trading very, very easy. And then I'm going to wait to see orders, and then we will go ahead and start taking blueprints. And then what are you? Herbalist camp is mushroom. And harvester's camp is plant fiber? Yeah, looks like it. Alright, I'll get that in there. Now, what you got for me, orders? Build 5 shelters in 3 minutes to get a bathhouse and +1 to production yield for all packs of goods. Do I have 50 wood yet? You have 37 wood. You have 43 wood. You have 51 wood. We could do it. And getting a bathhouse for free is very nice. Alright, sure. And the way we're going to make that happen is you guys are getting out of here. You guys are getting out of here, and I want 4 spare builders. So we'll go house, 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 house. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll leave the woodcutters working so we get that little bit of extra wood. We've only got 3 minutes to wrap this up, so we gotta hurry. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine, because all they have to do is deliver the stuff they've already collected, and it's a pretty short walk for at least one of them. But I've learned my lesson on enough timed orders where I've been like, I'll have time to get it done, and then I don't actually have time to get it done, that anytime I see one of them, I'm just dropping everything I'm doing to get it taken care of. And speaking of, I do like Smokehouse, but I don't know where I'm going to get jerky from yet. I do really like Herb Garden, but I don't know where Fertile Soil is yet. I do like Tinctury. Don't have anything I can do pigment with yet. Yeah, I can't really like effectively use any of these buildings yet, but I do know that I have beavers, and beavers like both leisure and luxury. And whether I get lizards or humans, no, lizards don't use either of those. So Tinctury guarantees that we can build all the stuff that keeps beavers happy, both wine and ale. So I'm kind of pulled towards that. I can find an herb garden later, I'm sure. And then also having a way to do pigment is not that bad either. Provisioner, because we took the free trade route perk, I don't think is going to be as important. I'm kind of pulled towards supplier here, of all things. It lets us do flour and it lets us do planks. Manufactory doubles up on pigment from the tincture, which I don't love, and then it also makes packs for provisions, which I don't think we're going to need. The only other thing I'd really look at here is tool shop for 3-star simple tools, but we don't have metal production set up yet. So, yeah, give me a supplier. And now we see a carpenter, which is unfortunate, because I think carpenter, if we'd seen carpenter before supplier for that plank pick, I think it would have changed how interested I was in supplier. And I do want, well, tools aren't going to be as important if we don't open dangerous and forbidden glades. So maybe we just take furnace. We can make bricks. I don't know where we're going to find copper ore on this map, but if we do, we can turn it into copper bars, and then we can use the flour from the supplier to make pies, which are appreciated by nobody yet, but our third race will almost certainly enjoy pies. I mean, I say almost certainly. It's guaranteed that they'll enjoy pies, because that's how the species breakdown of stuff that they like works. So I'd like to get a supplier up soon. And I think it's probably going to go over here. I can get tincturing and furnace in here, and then I can do decor. But for now, let's just let people finish their assigned building jobs. Who do I have in the furnace? A beaver? No, that won't do. Give me a harpy. I'd much rather have a harpy in the furnace, or in the hearth. Okay, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, and here's 5 of 5 getting built right now. With a full minute to spare. And then we'll go turn that in. Lovely. So what's our next pick? Now I kind of want to take like a farming building. But if one is not offered, apothecary is also looking pretty good, I guess. Between apothecary and tinctury, I think that's everything but training weapons covered for buildings that fulfill... No, we need scrolls too. But we'd have cosmetics, incense, ale, and wine, so we'd need training weapons and scrolls, but 4 of 6 in 2 buildings is not bad. Otherwise, we'd probably just take a guild house, which synergizes really well with the fact that we're probably going to be trading, thanks to guild's welfare and guild house. And it fulfills the wine need, but it's a ways off. And I could just start using apothecary much sooner. Yeah. And then next pick basically needs to be a farming building. We need something that can, like, the bottom of the production chain is not filled in at all right now. It's just a bunch of buildings at the top of the production chain that make a bunch of things, but we don't have the raw materials for any of it yet. So that's the next thing that we need to work on. You guys can come back in here. I'm going to leave the egg deposit for now. I think I'd rather have people start working in the crude workstation so that we can get our initial production buildings up. You don't need to make bricks. You can make fabric with plant fiber, that's fine. And then we're just chilling for the next villager wave. My last 2 spare workers are going to go into this crude workstation and get stuff started. You guys get in here. You guys come over here to make room for where the provisioner is going to go. The supplier, sorry. And then the migration wave that we get at the start of next drizzle is going to be the free labor to build that. I don't know what you're going to grind into flour yet, so just turn it off. I do know that you're going to make and maintain 30 planks, and water skins you're not going to make yet. So let's take care of that. Let's put you at priority 1 so that you get built before any other roads that we decide to put in. Like these. And then how do we want to decorate? Let's go with a big, like, fenced-in lot for the 2 production buildings that are going to go over here. That'll be our 4 comfort, as soon as we have a spare builder for it anyway. We're gonna need the resolve. If we had the resolve, I think it would make Storm a little easier. So how about we have a couple people come and build that? Here, these are priority 2. Also, are we burning coal? Yes. Let's not do that, and... Well, no, we're not going to be doing any Glade events. What are you saying? You don't have to save any of that. Why did you bring oil? I guess we didn't exactly know which deed we wanted to go for until we got on map, but... Yeah, in retrospect, oil kind of seems like a wasted pick if you're not planning on opening any glades. Maybe we could use it to make water skins, because we also took leather for some reason. Because it was in, like, our debarkation bonus. Okay, there's our first hub upgrade. +2 to global resolve. We can get beavers back in these woodcutters. You guys are doing great work. I think I want to build a lot of species housing this game. Like, we never do. So let's do it. And we'll just make sure we put it, like, at the fringes of this hearth. Okay, harpies are going to drop to 0 here. We already know this. But that's okay, because all we need to do is cut a single woodcutter. Or have a single harpy work in here because it's cloth specialization and they like it. And then they will forget all of their troubles. Hey Sean, welcome. How you doing? Merry Christmas to you as well. Hope you're having a good one, staying warm. So as soon as the supplier goes up, I think it's going to be you. And you don't even make planks anymore. Don't ever look at a plank again. We don't have anything planned. I'm just staying in, mostly. Looking forward to it, though. It'll be nice to have a little bit of a break. So harpies are fine now. We got them into the supplier. They love that. Little do they know that they're probably never going to touch fabric. They're just going to make planks forever, but, you know. What they don't know won't kill them. And we are going to be pretty good on cloth here, so let's set up our ambitious housing projects here. We're going to have harpy stuff, and then behind them, we'll give them like a little nice backyard. And this is going to come out and around here. So let's have you come over and work on that. And you guys can have like a garden back here. That'll be nice. What's the next production building that we want? Well, let's look at cornerstones, then we'll probably be able to figure it out. Oh, small distillery is sick. We're probably going to be taking that. 4 crystallized dew for every 20 resin produced, and we get resin off of, like, every tree. So we don't have to do any... We never have to produce metal. Small distillery is going to produce all the metal that we need. It's definitely better than mushroom seedlings, not having taken a single farm yet. I know you can, like, build around Hidden from the Queen, but I don't think we're really gonna mess with it that much. And then Blight Extractor is, like, eh. Distillery is definitely the most interesting pick there. And for newcomers, our third newcomer is humans. Sure, I'll take a humans. And then you can get people working in here. I can get one person working in here. And I need the other person to be a spare builder. So current problems facing the village. We don't have any long-term form of food production. That's probably something we should work on. We don't have really like any kind of functional trade economy. We just have like stuff that we find lying around. We also haven't built a trade hub, so I guess I shouldn't even be talking about trading in the first place. That's really it. Like if we can get a food supply going, we'll be fine. And if we can just get like even a basic economy going, we have a service building. We have the building that produces the items used in that service building, and it's a service that one of our species needs. We just got to get the basic economy up and running. So let's hop to it. We need to get one more blueprint pick. I think this has happened already, so I'll take that and I'll turn it in. Easiest order of my life. And then I think we take small farm. Gets us grain, lets us make flour. Flour turns into biscuits and pies. We do need like a source of herbs, so we'd still need to take herb garden if we see it, but you know, we can cobble something together in the meantime. And then we also need to find fertile soil in one of these small glades. So let's get on that. I think next building is probably going to be a furnace, because that way we can start making bricks if we need them. New orders? I'll wait for a bit. Let's get this glade open, let's see what resources we have in here, and then we'll worry about that next order. I also want to get a trading post up, but I'm not exactly sure where I want to put it yet. Maybe like way over here. Where is trading post? Here you are. Or like over here. Yeah, I'm going to move you over here so I can get a trading post in here so I can start using trade routes. And then this is way outside the range of any of our decorations, so we can just hug a very tight road along the back of that. You're down to 2 clay deposits. Making good time. You've got 2 deposits to go. I'm going to need a small herbalist camp sooner or later, so we can at least get that in, because we know we're going to build one eventually. And I'd like you to prioritize this at 2, and I'd like you to prioritize this at 1. You don't really have to worry about roads that much, it's okay. Comfort decorations 5 through 8 could probably go around the back of the warehouse. And I like just making it look cluttered back here. It's like a bunch of barrels. Just a bunch of random crap laying around. And then maybe like a pipe that goes in there so they have running water. That seems fine. You're working on eggs. So how do you make pie? You could use insects and meat. And how do you make flour? We're getting roots from somewhere. So go ahead and give me like 50 flour out of roots. And then you can go ahead and give me like 50 pie. Bricks, you can go to 30, but I'd rather you use stone instead of clay. And copper bars, I don't think you're ever going to have to make copper bars. I'm just being very real with you. I think roots come from the clay deposits. Yeah, so roots are coming out of the clay deposit. Because we're using those for flour, let's consumption control them. 15 seconds left on Gentle Dawn. Let's open another glade then. Keep that resolve buff rolling, and then we can favor Harpies to get a point to resolve, maybe. Really gotta find fertile soil here, soon. I want to get the growing industry started. Nope, that is eggs and mushrooms. That's not gonna cut it. Hello. How you doing? Nah, I don't need orders just yet. We can let impatience climb a little higher. Also, we can prioritize that. We could just trade our way into stuff that we need. I don't exactly know what we'd be selling right now, because we don't produce anything that people are really that interested in, but I guess it's an option. You've got 1 to go, you've got 3 to go, you've got 1 to go. Ooh, you're almost done. Then we can move you up here. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, oh, 4, 5, 6. You've got a bunch of glades down there that are reachable. 1 more down there. We've kind of exhausted most of our small glades that are close by, which is a little unfortunate. But I think with a trading post up, that'll open up some more possibilities for us. And you're about to be done. Okay. What you got for me, Sahilda? Probably not. Might help. Might help, but I can't really afford any of it. You don't really have anything I'm looking to buy, so I'm just going to go look at the trade routes instead. Show me stuff that's free. I'm very scared about trading food away. This I could do, though. Like, look at that. 15 amber for free in just 7 minutes. Trading away stuff we already make. And then 15 amber we can turn into, like, you know, stuff we need for complex food. So I think this will be okay. I think we will cope just fine. Now that I think about it. That said, if I do see the opportunity to purchase a building that produces packs of building materials out of planks, I think I would jump at that opportunity, because that could really turn out to be our amber engine for the game. Is this bad? No, you have housing. You'll be fine. I don't think I can afford to favor harpies anymore, though. Oh, you'll be fine. Just grow up. I don't want to have to cut woodcutters, but I will if I need to. And you're slow because you're a bad trapper's camp, and you're all alone in there. I could maybe get you some help. Not immediately, but maybe soon I could get you some help. There's also a lot of mushrooms around. I'm starting to think we could turn mushrooms into flour as well, once we start collecting them. So maybe we consumption control that as well. Seems like we're doing fine on meat and insects for the time being, and eggs will help out as well as we pull them out of here. Beaver's down to -1. Alright, fine. You win this time. There. You feel better about life? What can I have you do in the meantime? Here. Come in here and find something to do. And then you can come in here and find something to do. You're staffed. You can come in here and find something to do, because you're almost done. And then as soon as this storm is over, we'll check this glade out. And maybe this glade. Hey, Lelich, how's it going, man? I saw you, follow the YouTube channel a couple months ago. I'd been meaning to check in, but we're just never on at the same time. So hope everything's going well with you. We, don't play a ton of Guild Wars on stream anymore, but off stream we do a bit. So, let's see. I took Small Farm. A small farm does grow vegetables. So this is food security, once we find where the fertile soil on this damn map is. Exploration contract's probably not going to be that good, because we're virtually out of glades that we're going to open, and obviously prosperous archaeology is not going to happen at all. So, yeah, just give me giant vegetables, and let's hope that we find that fertile soil soon. Yeah, it's been great. I'm really enjoying it. I actually need to find the time to get the updated Firebrand video out later today. I've got all the footage for like the updated rotation video with that November 29th patch. I just haven't cobbled it all together yet because I've been busy with the holidays. But it's been a really nice excuse to like multi-class out and play a bunch of different things and get my head around a bunch of different classes. Who do I want here? More harpies, I think. Harpies and beavers can't really go wrong. And then just shovel them back in here. You're fine. You're about to be done. Okay, no farm field. It's fine. In 3 minutes, we'll open another one. This is basically free for us. What? Oh, because it's not a free one. I actually have to make the provisions for that one, right? Duh. You're free, though, but you're food. I don't want to trade food yet. I'm not ready for that. And you are done. You have nothing to make here. Well, that's fair. I can't blame you for that, I suppose. Next, I think we might want to get a tincture up. We're not going to make anything in there yet, but it will be nice to have one up. What server are you on these days, anyway? Lolage, I've got an account that I'm not really using anymore that I might be looking to transfer. I might see if I can come and run with you guys if you're still playing. Probably only like once every other week or so, but it would be nice to get together again and play. Pigments? None of that. Wine? Eventually mushrooms and pottery probably, but we don't have the production for either of those right now. And ale, again, you know, eventually, but I need to find this damn fertile soil. You're empty. Just get out of my sight. You're useless to me. You're almost done. But then you've got plenty more to do down here. That's fair. It seems like things really slowed down during the holidays. There was a comment that someone left on one of my last YouTube videos that was like, it really seems like the Firebrand patches destroyed people's interest in World of Your World. Nobody plays anymore. And I'm like, actually, my guy, I think it's because like Christmas is coming up. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that like a mainstay class in the game took a bit of a nerf. I think people are like, you know, spending time with their families. not to be rude about it, but maybe you should check in with yours. Okay, you guys are doing fine on mushrooms. When's my next trader due? 5:20. God, it's so far away. Yeah. I'm not reading too much into it. I think Firebrand is actually way more fun to play now. Anything that forces you to use your weapon skills more is really interesting. You are like about to run out of trees, so how about we move you over here? And then also, how about we get like some fancy housing up? We have 1 humans. I would say that's worth building a human's house. Although we'd have to spend clay on it. That's okay, I'll spend clay on it. We can always find more clay. Orders? Yeah, sure, I'll take another order. What do you want me to do? Discover 5 glades for a scouts pack. Not going to be using that. We'll find a way to do that one instead. It's a little harder. And I think the degree to which you struggle with the hard CC, I think is going to depend on how many Spellbreakers you're running, because Banner of Tactics is ridiculously strong now. K&T's always been pretty heavy on Spellbreakers, so we haven't noticed that much of an issue, but there's definitely more coordination between the Warriors and Firebrands now on how much stab you're actually, like, giving out. Spellbreaker, like, Tactics down is now a call for a push for Spellbreakers to put down Banner of Tactics to give stab in between when Firebrands have it. And so we've been doing that coordination. It's felt like it's worked fine, but I imagine if you were only relying on Firebrands and now you just have nothing, yeah, it's probably a lot less fun. You're gonna come down here, I think. We're not gonna find more simple tools just sitting around, so I guess give me another deed. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen sooner or later. Yeah, we can't do any of these yet. We could generate a building that makes packs for provisions. Like, we could just use a makeshift post, but I don't think it's that dire yet. You can also get a small foragers camp up. I mean, I'm not an expert Firebrand player. I just, you know, pretend to be one every once in a while. But the biggest loss to me actually seems like the fact that your virtue actives, like the stab that you get just from going into courage, is not affected by alacrity anymore. And it's just like a debuff cooldown. So you can't actually decrease it just by pumping alacrity. You actually have to take the is it in Radiance or Virtues? So it's like every time you block, you reduce the cooldown on your Virtue 3 or whatever. Like, that still works, but just rolling Alacrity does not work to make your Virtues come off a cooldown faster. And that hurts more than anything else they did with thumbs. Oh, you don't have any trees. Dude, they're, like, killing it on trees. Yeah, Tenacious Defense. So you can take Tenacious Defense and it'll work. But, like, then you have to be in Valor. I don't know. There's a lot of different builds. I was playing Hammerguard for a while, and that was fun. Drew Harlequin, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Hope your holiday season's going well. We are just kind of like flailing currently. We don't really know what the plan is for this settlement. We're trying to do the deed where we don't open any of the dangerous and forbidden glades. And, you know, unsurprisingly, it's making it hard to get an economy started. We don't really have, like, a game plan right now. We took all of our early blueprints for, like, ooh, look at all these nice high-end buildings, then we just don't actually make anything. We'll figure it out, though. Herbalist camp is done. You're not. You're just done over there. You've got plenty more mushrooms that you can pick, though. And you guys are fine. You can come over here. This other glade we'll try and open up. And like if these two glades don't have fertile soil in them, I think we have a problem. And we might need to open a dangerous glade and just try the deed again with like better RNG. We're gonna have to cut woodcutters. I think that'll be enough. No, that's not going to be enough. We're gonna need to cut more woodcutters. So I'm not a spokesperson for the game. I'm just a person who enjoys it. I have been enjoying it a lot. I can't necessarily advise other people on whether they would like the game. I don't know what kind of stuff you enjoy, but if you like roguelikes, and you like city builders, and you like, it's not quite Anno-style production chains. I don't really know how to explain the production chains, but if you like managing production chains and roguelike mechanics, and like, there's a bit of drafting and selection kind of stuff that goes into Cornerstones, it's a really, really fun combination of a couple different game genres that I really enjoy. So yeah, feel free to stick around, ask questions. I'm fine with like minor backseating, but I also reserve the right to just not do what people tell me to do. Because I'd rather, like, you know, play it for myself. So, end of storm, this is getting opened. Also, let's check storm trade routes. So those trade routes are more expensive during storm. I don't really expect to see anything here that we can afford. And food is, like, moving upwards. Oh, where'd 50 pies come from? Holy cow, you busy in here? You found flour? I'm so proud of you. Oh, it's because we're gathering mushrooms now, finally. So since we're gathering mushrooms, harpies can actually make flour. You can actually make pie because we have meat and eggs just coming in from random places on the map. Okay. And then this one human is like, OMG, I love pie. He's thrilled. But he's the only person in the entire settlement who likes pie. Harvester's camp is done. Okay. You guys get out then. Storm's over, everyone back into the woodcutters' camps. Time to pump that hostility. What you got for me? Herb garden? Again, like I want soil so I can use you. I think I have to buy it no matter what. Because having a reproducible source of herbs is going to be way too strong for us. But like, if we can't grow the damn thing, then what's our cornerstone? Well, so we could dig mist piercers here. And then we could know if any of these glades have fertile soil in them. It's a lot of impatience to stack up, though. I'm gonna reroll this one. I've got 3 reroll charges. Gain a stack of wealth every time you sell goods worth 40 amber. So this is a cornerstone that will allow us to win the game. Every time we sell goods worth 40 amber, we get 1 global resolve. Global resolve contributes to reputation. So this is a way that we could go about winning. And I think that means we kind of have to take it, because we don't have anything else going on. So take me to, like... Is this profitable? I don't think this is profitable. 10 to 2 is 1 to 5. So 1 amber makes 0.9 amber worth of building. If we can get 1 more of these export specializations, that becomes a profitable recipe for us, but it's not quite there yet. It makes more sense to just sell logs. Yeah, and I don't have anything else to give you. Get lost, Stinky. I also don't really know that I could feed any of you, so I think I'm going to have you wait for just a little bit. Now, talk to me about a bathhouse. Oh my god, we found fertile soil. Okay, hang on. We might be doing something here. So if you make flour out of roots, right? Which you can do. You make pies out of herbs, which you could do. And then you, apothecary, make biscuits out of flour and herbs. And you make incense out of herbs and wood. You can make cosmetics out of eggs and resin. It kinda all starts to come together. Yeah. I think we can wait a little longer to see if we can knock this deed out. So this is going to be an herb garden. We'll just put you there for now. There's a lot of timber that we need to clear out of this place, just to see what we're working with. You probably need to come like all the way in here. You'll find space. All right, you get to work on that. I've found work for you. This tree needs to go. All of this needs to go. You're not doing anything important over here. You come over here too. Get me this farm up as soon as possible. He is the only person that matters. Can you imagine if you were just like chilling in your hometown and you had 50 pies all to yourself? That'd be crazy, man. It's more pies than anyone should have. Okay, that's done. Come in here. Gather these up. Now you can come a little further down. And then this road should come along here. And then you can be a little bit of humans going on. What do you mean, you Americans? Look at these pies. We're making like meat and insect pies. That's some British pie if I've ever heard of it. American pie is like, we can make berries and that's it. Some meat-ass pie in there, dude. You can't fool me. Okay, you can make eggs. You're good. We do have these berries we can grab shortly. How are you doing in here? 4 of 21. You also have sea marrow over here. We can grab some of that. Now, how big is this? It looks big enough. It's +1, 2, 3, and that's it. So it's going to be 12. That's a pretty good farm. Where did I put my single human? Oh, you're in the small foragers camp. Yeah, that is kind of your job. We have 101 food. Yeah, get in. And then I can have a second harpy work in here for more boards. Then I can have 2 humans work in here. I can have 1 more human in here. And that's going to spike the amount of food that we eat. But that's okay, because now that we have the farm up, we can actually, like, produce food. So we're going to need this this apothecary. Apothecary is going to make biscuits. How's the bathhouse coming? 6 of 8? You'll be done soon. Why don't you just deliver that after you're done? Herbalist camp is done over here. That's a little far. Let's have you work on that one. We can get a road out there later. And then why don't you come over here and deliver? We'll bring this road through here. We need 4 more aesthetics decorations. This we can do. Give me some lamps and some nice golden leaf bushes across from the bathhouse. And are you guys done clearing out this farmland yet? Not quite. Bathhouse, for now, give me one person working in here. Eventually we'll go to 3. But for now, 1 is going to be fine. And in this manufactory, we use eggs, we use resin and herbs. To make cosmetics, we go to 50. Incense, we don't need to make yet. Biscuits, use like anything you can find, honestly, and then just go to 50. So that's food for everyone. All 3 species here eat biscuits. So everyone who gets to go to this manufacturer, this apothecary, is going to be very happy. The question is whether we can keep up with enough production, because this herb garden needs to grow both roots and herbs in order to fully staff up that production pipeline. I don't think I can ever take another villager wave because of how restricted our food production is going to be on this map. But I do think that this is probably sufficient to win the game. Also, I should be checking trade routes way more often than I am. Yeah, I need the amber. That's oil I could be using in cosmetics, but I need the amber. I can just take a press later. Okay, you guys cleared this off. You can go somewhere that's a little more efficient now. Like, how about you come over here? This, I want just a ton of harpies in. So where are my harpies right now? One of them's in a small trapper's camp. You can leave. It's much more important that you come in here. Where are the others? 2 of them in a supplier. They're happy about that, though. 1 in a bathhouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's this herbalist camp that needs to finish its work to free up some harpies. So held in 4 minutes 50. That's a ways away. And you guys, of course, don't have anything to do during clearance, but next year you'll have some things to do. You don't have anything to do. Go to, like, 20 fabric. I'm probably not going to take a building that makes fabric anytime soon. And then we can also build a second human house over here to kind of finish this grid layout off. And then you can come down there. We still need comfort decorations. So at the back of this, let's have 2 pipes that go into the back. And then maybe like some water barrels. I don't know what they're using all that water for, but there you go. And then we can have a yard, and we'll have a 2x3 production building that goes in here when we get one. Maybe like a bakery or something. A bakery would be a pretty good get at this point. I'd also like you to rush this house because we're short on housing. And then we're way over hostility, so we need to cut woodcutters this season. There, that gets us down to 2. We're still going to be at -4 after all of this kicks in. But I think with Bathhouse, keeping them from leaving 30% slower, it'll be alright. So are we behind on planks? Are you behind on planks right now? No, we have plenty. They just needed to make their way over there. Please finish building this before someone dies. I'd greatly appreciate it. Like, there's 7 idle builders right now. You can make the time. Thank you. Okay. So it's not great, but it's not horrible. And then I guess we could sack it. We have almost 1,000 wood. Alright, we can sack wood to bump the hostility up a little bit. I think I can start selling wood to traders at this point. And just turning that into a bunch of global resolve. Maybe that's our out. That and just doing every single deed. I'd also like to get 2 more people in here for global production being faster. So you know what? Sure, put beavers in there. I don't need to run 2 woodcutters camps anymore. I can just run 1 woodcutters camp. It's overkill on wood. You can't do anything yet, because I don't have anything that makes pottery. Although, more likely is probably going to be barrels, because of the small distillery that we took. 2 packs of provisions for every herb produced. 2 amber for every 20 sea merit produced? No. 3 packs of provisions for every new villager? No. I think we're done taking villagers in. Oh, and Silda's secret cookbook is here? Yeah, so we have to do this. We make a lot of pie, and then this is just going to be free jerky. What's free? Water skins are free. We traded all our oil away, though. And we don't have skewers, and we don't have meat. Yeah, we're not doing any trades this season. It's okay, we can sell some stuff to Silda when she shows up. Let's see, you appear to be done with your mushroom deposit. Oh, we don't need to be sacking wood anymore. We only have 855 left. Let's make sure that we're, like, stingy with it. You're almost done with that. Spare people could go in here. Yep, you're done. So you're going to come down here and grab this berry bush. I still don't really have anything for you to do. What's up, Athicus? How you doing? 205 times. I gotta take another order. Like, I'm stalling for no reason. Oh, don't fell any trees for 500 seconds? Yeah, that should be pretty easy. I think we've got enough wood to afford not felling trees for 500 seconds. And then we get woodcutters move 20% faster and a bunch of free fuel. Are any of these better? We don't have a brewery, so we can't do that. We could make 8 human houses and fulfill their need for eating biscuits, but I actually don't want 5 humans. I'd rather not get that. So yeah, just give me a work break. We just won't cut any trees. I'm fine with that. Gives me an excuse to fill up some of these gathering camps. Like, here, you can come help in this trapper's camp. You're getting help already. You're good. Could put another person into the furnace to work on pies. Could put another person into the apothecary to work on biscuits. Harvester's camp is done. You can get out. Could also make a couple beaver houses, probably. What you got for me, Silda? Plus 3 to coats, plus 2 to coats, plus 2 to flour. 3 wine for every 15 ale. Maybe? How much wood can I sell you? You have 40 amber. What's 40 amber? It's 50 amber worth of stuff. What if I sell you like 400 wood? Holy cow, okay. Noted. Well, how about I give you these, because we're probably not going to use them. And then how about I give you some of these, because I'm probably not going to use them. Am I not going to use them? Here, I have 14. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to build a second hearth on this map. And I might build, like, 1 more warehouse. But this is at least +1 global resolve and a good chunk of the way towards 2 global resolve. So let's just take it. And then we're chilling. We're chilling for 10 minutes for our work break. Well, actually, we're chilling for 7.5 minutes, apparently. No. Wrong playlist. There you go. Could we work on the Ancient Hearth upgrade? We could. Let's just build 4 harmony decorations. We'll put some nice umbrellas behind the bathhouse. And then like some fire shrines to keep warm. Put a road there. And then that could be beaver houses. And we have a lot of beavers, so let's build them like 4 houses. They'll like that. Lord knows we have the planks to do it. There. And then we could destroy some of these ugly houses. But then we still need 3 more comfort decorations. Where could those go? I guess like here. And then it would be here. 3, 4, here. Here. Small foragers camp is empty. Okay, noted. I'll just put you down here with all these other buildings that don't have anything to do. And you guys are working hard on planks in here, I hope? Yeah. Okay. Harpies are very excited because they've got cleanliness now, so that'll be a bit of resolve for us. Could also favor humans, and I think they'd both tick at the same time. Yeah, we'll get that going. It's because we're finally starting to produce this jerky from the cookbook. And now that we've got a surplus of housing, we can get rid of these. And then this is where the last 4 comfort decorations will go. And then that should be enough to upgrade this ancient hearth. You've got 7 left. We could finish running this road out here. That'll make your sea marrow trip a little faster. And you're finally harvesting for the first time. So that will enable us to make biscuits, which everyone likes. You've got plenty of stuff to make flour. Yeah, I think we're good now. I think I need like 1 more blueprint pick that is sort of an intermediary step for the economy. Maybe something that makes building materials. Maybe we could just think about trading planks. Maybe we could go to like 75 planks now that I think about it, honestly. And then we just trade. We trade our way to victory. Don't have pottery. Do have clay. I can do 2 of them. Don't have tablets. Don't have any of that. Still a lot of holes in the economy, but I think we're at least self-sufficient here, and we can open up a couple more glades after this work break is over. Like, we can do those 2 up there. We could conceivably get to this one, even though it's like a bit of a trek. We could also, like, technically get to this one, I guess, from either direction. So there's still some things we can do. I hesitate to call it a 1 game, but I think we're in a good place. And I also think I'm never taking another newcomer. Ever again. Like, I'm just not going to press that button. We have more than enough workers. Also, probably wouldn't mind a building that makes packs or provisions at this point. Maybe I should have taken the provisioner instead of the supplier. Might have ended up being the right call at the end of the day. No way of knowing now, though. We've got 3 minutes left on work break. We have no more gathering nodes except for this one mushroom up here. So we could even destroy... Well, no, we're going to open more glades. We don't need to destroy them. Trapper's Camp is done. Herbalist Camp is done. So, Trapper's Camp, you're done for real. You're done for real, for real. Here, I'm going to put you up here. This is the abandoned building graveyard up here. We'll just remember to move them next time we open a glade. And where's the other woodcutter's camp? Here it is. And then you... There we go. Out of sight, out of mind. Two minutes on work break. And then we can get back to clearing stuff out. Also, you probably want a road. You look like your travel times are pretty bad. There's one reputation from Resolve. How long until the second one? 0.1 per minute. That's not going to happen this season. That's not going to happen this season for sure. But at least you're doing biscuits now. Can I give you help in here yet? Is that really all the harpies I've got? There's got to be another one somewhere where it just like really doesn't need to be. In the bathhouse maybe? Here, come in there. Beaver Resolve is not low. I just have to stop favoring humans. Yeah, that's it. We need like a second services building. Like a tavern would be pretty much anything would be good. Beaver's Guild Hall would be great, because we've got all the stuff we need to make wine. We can stick mushrooms in it, reeds in it, berries in it. We've got all the stuff we need to make ale, because we have roots and we could grow grain. I think we've got everything set up here. We just have to grind our way out to victory. And this is with opening small glades, so I don't even want to think about how you do the deed where you don't open any glades at all. You must just have to get ridiculously lucky with RNG. If I was going to try that deed anywhere, I think I'd try it on Coral Forest, but it might be one that I'd have to drop the difficulty for as well. Okay, there's work break done. Give me my next blueprint. We need this to be a big one. It's not Lumber Mill, and it's not Forager's Camp. It could be Tinkerer. So Tinkerer makes us simple tools, it makes us training gear, it makes us packs of building materials. Simple tools and packs of building materials and training gear is all basically free, because we're producing free metal every time we chop down a tree. So actually, the more I look at Tinkerer, the more I'm like, I think this is exactly the building that we wanted. I can't think of one that would be better. So let's grab it, build it. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to make simple tools out of planks and out of metal. You're going to do that until you have 30. You're going to make training gear out of metal and planks until you have 50. And then you're going to make packs of building materials until you have 50. And then we are never going to stop cutting down trees, because now we really need to produce a lot of amber. And beavers like being in this building. I'll give you 2. Wait, you're a trapper's camp. You're not a woodcutter's camp. I want you. Yeah, we just produce wood all the time now. Baptism of Fire is a little interesting. Woodcutter's Prayer is also very interesting, but it's only wood production. Let me double check that we don't have synergies here. This is 4 crystallized 2 for every 20 resin. It doesn't have anything to do with wood. We have 100 sea marrow and 30 coal stored. I don't really want to destroy that. Especially because I think we've mined out all the sea marrow. Like, you're functionally about to be done. So I know on pretty much every game up until this one, I've said, oh, you should like always take Woodcutter's Prayer when it shows up, because if you have 800 wood, you can get 800 wood again. Because we're not opening any dangerous or forbidden glades, this might be the one time that I don't take Woodcutter's Prayer, because I don't want to destroy 100 sea marrow and 30 coal when I'm very unlikely to be able to replace it easily. And it's not so that we could burn sea marrow. Like, we're not doing dangerous glade events, so we don't need to sack sea marrow. It's that sea marrow is also very expensive, and we can convert it into amber. And when we convert it into amber, we basically convert it into resolve. So I don't want to destroy it. Then the question becomes, do we take Baptism of Fire, or do we just reroll? And I think since I don't have any other hostility mitigation, and I don't want to sit around waiting for Protected Trade to show up, which is like the only hostility mitigation that's going to work for this run, I think I kind of have to take Baptism of Fire, even though it's going to be pretty stinky on a smaller colony. It's either that or reroll. I'm not taking any of these other ones. And what's something I could reroll into that would be better than Baptism of Fire? The Protected Trade, obviously. You know, you don't lose people in Storm. Everyone's happy. You could just reroll and you could gamble for something that's better. Yeah, none of these are really better. I think this is like Survivor Bonding. I don't want to reroll again. Blight Extractor is actively bad. Well, wait, hang on. No, it's every time you sell goods. It's not just generate amber. I was thinking Blight Extractor might be something that we could use to just like generate passive amber, but it has to be stuff that we sell. So I guess we just do take Survivor Bonding. Like, it's a little bit of extra resolve. It keeps everyone happy. Do we have any free trade routes we can do? Yeah, we can do that. Jerky's free for us, so I am okay trading that. Pack of crops can't do. The technology isn't there. It's beyond us. And then what else do I want? I really want 3 more people in this other woodcutters camp, but I don't want to take 3 people in. Stonecutters camp is done. Oh, well, that answers that. Here, guess what? You're woodcutters now. It's like they heard me talking about them. And then you can come up to the building graveyard. And, you know, let's open a glade. It's been a while since we opened a glade. Just work your way towards that. And then you guys, well, you can't do that one. Can't really do like any of these, actually. Just chop wood for a bit. I really would like this place pumping stuff out, but I don't have enough beavers. I could take them out of the bathhouse. I could go like that, and then I could get a 3rd beaver in there. How close until you guys are done? 9 of 21? Alright, and then you'll probably come into the bathhouse, and then maybe I'll get lucky and find like a 2nd fertile soil in one of these glades. That would be pretty nice. I'm tempted to give them like a warehouse over here just to cut down on the travel time. I've got the parts for one. Or would it be better to put it like here so it's central eventually? No, I'm gonna just put it like here. And then you can come here. And then you can come here. There's +7 amber for us. Nothing else we can do. But now, anytime a trader shows up, we are going to hurl packs of building materials at them. Because I'm pretty sure this is profitable now. Like, if we take... Hold on, I'm not going to bother doing advanced mathematics. Give me a calculator. Planks are 0.18. And it takes 7 of them. So that's 1.26 amber in. And then we get 0.87 times 3 amber out. So yeah, producing packs of building materials by virtue of export specialization and the 2-star recipe is now profitable for us. So it just makes money. Could also be favoring humans right now, I think, for bonus resolve. Oh, and we finished all of this stuff. Holy cow. Okay, I didn't notice that. Yeah, give me this. What's our blueprint? We could make use of an explorer's lodge. We can't make scrolls yet, but we do make training weapons, and harpies use them. Pretty sure this is garbage. Yeah, we're probably never going to use the Crown Chronicles, but I can have one person work it. What else could I do here? Reroll? Or take, like, Clay Pit? I think I'd rather just trade for the stuff that Clay Pit is going to give us. Brewery, don't need. I've already got a 2-star ale building, and pickled goods aren't going to be that great for us. Yeah, just give me an Explorer's Lodge. I don't know why you're talking yourself out of it when you took every service building under the sun already. Like, this was the exact strategy you set out for yourself at the start of this game, and now you're like, well, I don't know. Oh, we have 78 amber? Yeah, I think I can just afford everything that you have. And then I'll sell you some of these. 7.5 to 7.8. I can go a little over that, and then... What's base? Oh, sea marrow. This can be like our filler. There we go. Perfect. Then we could also finish making connections. That lets us make scrolls. I could also take a cookhouse for skewers, though. Only harpies like skewers, so I don't think it's that worth it. I think I'd rather take a scribe. Because scrolls we can do very easily, and pigment we can do somehow. I don't exactly remember how, but we definitely have a building that makes pigment. So yeah, give me a scribe. And you go away. Corruption's only 38% of max. We have plenty of spare time. Just stick a scribe over there. You keep moving out into the wilds. You're doing great. Pleased with your work. And then what else did we take? Oh, right, the Explorer's Lodge. I never found a place for it. Gosh, probably like over there, but you've got a cyst on you now, so I'm not going to be able to move you. Herbalist camp is done. Great news. So you guys are going to get into here. And then you can come in here. And that's just the workforce now. Okay, stop getting distracted. Build an Explorer's Lodge. What are you doing? Stop thinking so much and just do. I need more people making planks. Oh, they're carrying it back. They're fine. They're catching up. You guys are doing good? Yeah, you're consuming all the planks known to man. It's okay. We'll catch up. And then you guys, you're going to be using... either of them. It doesn't really matter. And then definitely pigment. Ale, you're not going to make. Simple tools, you're not going to make. Who made barrels? Did anyone make barrels? Oh, we could be making incense, too. How are we on herbs? Currently, you're out. Why? You do have a biscuit surplus, so this one herb garden is growing enough herbs to keep everyone happy. but like just barely. So eventually herbs will catch up, which means you could start making some incense. You could also just use resin. Yeah, why not? Go to 50 on that, just in case we get a building eventually that uses it. And then you're the one who makes pigment. Don't know where copper ore comes from. Can't get coal. Can't get insects. Can't get berries. We might have to buy pigment. And a lot of people are going to use scrolls. That's a minor problem. One that I don't have an immediate solution for. Well, short term, just buy it. Long term, you can figure something else out more permanent. What orders do you got? Open 3 caches? It's not going to happen this game, I hate to tell you. Sell goods worth 25 amber to make traders arrive quicker. It does give us 3 people, which is a little unfortunate, but maybe we'll find something for them to do in this new glade. And it also gives us a nice trade contract, and it gives us a bit of tools, so sure. What are the free trade routes this season? Did we look at them yet? Ooh, that's a good one. We can't do that. Can't do that. Alright, that's the only one we're taking, but 6 amber is 6 amber. I'm not going to complain about that. You are still ticking. You are making good progress. I don't know that you're going to make it all the way into this glade before storm, but you're giving it everything you've got, and I want you to know that that doesn't go unnoticed. This is a brewing specialty. Humans would like working here. They can't work here yet, though. Oh, the Explorer's Lodge is going up. Okay. That'll be brawling for harpies. That'll give them extra, like, plus 10 resolve or something crazy. Next blueprint, I think, needs to be specifically barrels. It can't be... Well, we already make water skins here. If we had leather and oil that was, like, reproducible, but we don't. We don't have reproducible clay. So the only thing that's going to work is planks plus the metals that we're getting out of trees by virtue of small distillery. Which means it has to be a building that makes barrels. So we want to see, like, cooperage. If we saw provisioner, that would be pretty good, because then we could make trade packs and we could trade even faster. It could be, what else makes barrels? I don't know. Also, I'm shocked that we have 10 tools somehow. I think I send this to the Citadel just for some bonus resolve. And then also this activates a bunch of our buildings. It activates, not Stonecutter's Camp, it activates Small Forager's Camp, because we've got reeds up here, and it activates Harvester's Camp, because we've got flax up here. And then it deactivates Woodcutters, because it's Storm, and our hostility is insane. There, take me down to 3. I get 2 of you in here. Where do I have humans and they don't need to be there? 1 in a bathhouse. The other one... I have 4. I know you're somewhere. 1, 2. 3. Oh, one's working in abandoned cache. Got it. And then the 4th one's idle. Here, you can be a beaver instead. Don't favor humans anymore. Everyone's fine during storm, man. They're just chilling. Give me 1 person in here so that harpies can brawl. I don't need 3 because I don't actually care about the building modifier. It's pretty worthless for this map. Good on other maps, not on this one. And then storm trade routes? No, they're all going to be expensive because you've got that forest mystery. I love that the umbrella's open during storm. Such a nice touch. It's just a very nice looking game. So, what other tasks do we have here? Who doesn't have enough species housing? Harpies would like to have a few more houses. Beavers would like to have a few more houses. Both of those should be pretty easy to wrangle. So how about we do something like that? I needed to see barrels. You have not shown me barrels. Not only have you not shown me barrels, you haven't shown me anything good. So let's re-roll that. I still don't love these, but I think coal is profitable. Turns 0.12 worth of wood into 0.31 worth of coal. So that could be another thing we use for trade. And then it also makes really shitty jerky. Given that we're already spending most of our wood on packs of building materials for a profitable recipe, I'll gamble on re-rolling one more time, because it's actually kind of important that we find barrels. 1-star barrels. Gleeman Style's any good? No, that's just +3 global resolve. It's not that great. Technically I asked for it, so sure. I don't love the idea of making 1-star barrels, but I don't think I can afford to be that choosy. Hopefully it doesn't gut us on metal. It guts us on metal. 3 metal, 2 planks, makes 10 barrels. Alright, go to 50. Don't worry about simple tools too much. Actually, you don't worry about simple tools too much. Let these guys worry about it. No, let these guys worry about it. It's 1 and 2. It's insanely efficient. You go to 30, and water skins, don't make them. Still need more metal, which means we still need to be producing more resin. Which means we still need to be chopping more trees. Obviously not going to happen during storm, but 10 amber for every 5 completed trade routes is a little interesting. Fungal Guide, if I had taken the perk that lets you grow mushrooms, would have been interesting, but I think it's past the point of being interesting now. So just give me deep pockets for more amber. We'll go full in on amber this game. And then what are the free trade routes that you've got for me this time? I can absolutely trade 20 pies. That's not a problem at all. And then as soon as you guys are done, you're going back into woodcutter's posts. Actually, you can just go straight to the next glade. Let's cut straight through to that. Harpies are at 35 resolve. That's pretty good. That's a pretty big number. I can favor humans so that they tick as well. It's too bad there's only 7 of them and we don't get that much rep per minute from it, but that's a very high number. It's a number that should probably just let us win if we wait long enough. Especially because we're at hostility 4 and they're still that happy. As long as we can keep finding a way to make cosmetics, because our... well, okay, we're about to run out of eggs. That's a little unlucky. So, things we need to buy from a trader when a trader shows up. Cosmetics if we see them. Eggs if we don't. Pigment if we see it. Whatever the cheapest thing is that makes pigment if we don't. I think we're going to start buying stuff that we need to make the economy work. Got 61 amber currently. Next trader is Dullahan. He's just going to sell us a bunch of loot boxes, but I love the loot boxes. So I think we're going to buy them anyway. We might get insanely lucky from them. No idle builders, huh? Well, I guess that makes sense. Okay, you're done. Carry your stuff back home. And then you're going back on to unemployment. You probably like haven't made fabric in decades, so how about you be our free builder? When we run out of fabric, I'll put someone back in there, but like you've done your service to this community, and you can go. Get a couple houses up or whatever. Harvester's camp is done. Yep, you guys are getting the boot. And you're coming in here. And you're coming over here. What other orders we got? Keep beaver resolve above 26 for 120 seconds and get 4 beavers. Have at least 14 villagers with the need for clothing fulfilled. I don't have anything that makes clothing, but I do have 3 more blueprint picks, so I could probably find something. Have 50 scrolls? We're not going to open caches, so it's just have 50 scrolls. And a temple. Okay. And then 25 packs of trade goods, 20 packs of luxury goods. I think we can make both of these. So we could slowly grind that out over time. Pack of... Oh, okay, just kidding, we can't. Alright, well, we're looking for a building that can make pack of luxury goods and pack of trade goods. It's not like we could have done the other one anyway. We didn't have anything that could make pickled goods. So it didn't really matter. We've got more roots and a cache. I will be converting that cache into reputation for the Citadel. And then there's 2 more small glades that are like way, way up there. Double big mystery box. And you buy packs of building materials. Hang on, friend. Hang on, I think we're about to be very good friends. Yeah. Do you want some pies, too? Like that. And then we're going to need to take this down a little bit so we can afford it. 0.2 to 0.6. 0.15. Yeah, here, just have like an incense. So there's another 37, and then let's open it. Another export specialization box, great news. Egg delivery line is actually huge, because that's not 3 eggs per minute, that's 10 cosmetics per minute. Okay, that's 20 cosmetics per minute. That's a little lucky. I'm not gonna deny that. Also, trade logs is pretty good. These loot boxes are pogged up today, so let's keep at it. Plus 3 to pigment production. Don't have any way to do that right now. Dude, the lockbox, the loot boxes are fire right now. Like, we can't quit. You're never supposed to quit gambling after you hit it big like 3 times in a row, so let's keep it going. This is also a really good perk. Man, Dullhand, you did great. I'm really pleased that you came by today. 6 eggs per minute fixes a lot of the problems that this economy had. And now we see Provisioner. Where were you last time? We also see Monastery. I don't think the Green Brew is worth 3 people right now, because our workforce is already stretched pretty thin. So give me Provisioner instead. We should also probably set up a Blight post pretty soon. So I want to put the Provisioner here. I also don't want you to make barrels anymore. Like, you don't even make anything anymore. You only do our simple tools, and that's it. Now, for Blight Rot, I actually don't want any of these buildings to get burned. I don't want you to mess with any of our production, honestly. I only want you to burn the 1 cyst on this building so that I can destroy it. Or move it, sorry, I'm not going to fully destroy it. Yeah, put like one beaver in there. He'll be really happy about that. You can just engineer to his heart's content. And then you're pretty much done up there, so you can move back here, so you're closer to the hub. And then you can be a harpy, because you'll have a chance to double production in here. And you can just use wood for it, and we're only going to need like 5. You don't need to worry about it too much. So who still needs more species housing? We need one more human house. That could go here. When we have planks again, because obviously we're out of planks. And then we still need 2 more beaver houses. So the 2 beaver houses could go back here. And that would be everyone with species housing, which I don't think has ever happened in a game that I've played before in my life. How are we doing on tools? 30. Okay, we must have gotten tools from somewhere. Probably one of those loot boxes, if I had to guess. You've still got a lot of roots to pick, but that's great news, because we use them for many different things. We can finally destroy this house that's been screwing with our road network forever. Did I check trade routes for this season yet? I don't think so. These don't look familiar. Oh, I got packs of provisions from somewhere, huh? Okay. Sure. But the only thing I can afford to trade is flour. How are we doing on our surplus of stuff that makes flour? We have 41 roots. And they're still harvesting. And they still have more in there. So I think that means we're probably fine on flour. Which means I can afford to do that trade. How many stacks of this have we gotten so far? This is only +3 resolve right now. But it's starting. It's building. We have 3 more reputation left in orders, but it's a bit of a stretch to actually try and finish those. We have probably at least 4 rep left in harpies, because they only increment by 2 every level, so they're going to go 19, 21, 23, 25, and then they still can go 27, 29. We really would like a temple, both for religion and for the deed, because we can also make scrolls. We can also make wine. We can't make wine. We need something that grows mushrooms or berries. Could have taken plantation. We could make ale, though. So we need, we actually kind of need monastery. But we had to take this to make barrels so that we could do that stuff in the first place. So it's kind of we kind of catch-22'd ourselves, unfortunately. You guys are about to be unemployed for Storm. But I'm a big fan of your work. You're actually like almost done with that spot. I'll let you just sit there for a bit. Okay, here's Storm. Let's avoid any of the really nasty hostility debuffs. That gets rid of the -20 to global resolve, so that's an important one. I'd also like to avoid downpour. How much wood do we have? 1039. We're still positive on wood, so sacrifice 2 stacks of it. Then we don't have to worry about downpour either. And people should be more than fine during Storm, resolve-wise. Harpies might even tick another reputation point before they fall below whatever their threshold is right now. Okay, you can finally move, which means you can be a provisioner. Here, buildings. These are important now. Every single one of these last 2 picks is important. We need a temple, and then we also need something that can make either clothing or trade goods or luxury goods. So this is a reroll because it doesn't do any of the above things. And we can only reroll once. Oh no. Well, we could wait. We don't have to pick this right now. So Clothier is 3-star coats. It's about all it does, but Clothier is 3-star coats. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to be too choosy here. Wait, how did we get to 4? Oh, we lost a hostility. I really don't want you consuming double the amount of food during a break. Just sack more wood. So get a clothier in. You guys, I need you to make planks faster if it's at all possible. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but it's getting to be a little bit of a problem. No, you're going to want to work in the clothier. You should be a human. We'll put 1 beaver in here. You're never going to make flour or barrels. You're only going to make packs or provisions. You're going to make them until you have 30. This also is actually probably insanely profitable. Just selling the packs or provisions from leftover herbs. So actually make me like 70. I'd really like to see Monastery again. I'd really like to take it. Make 100 coats. Never make water skins, never make scrolls. This is also really profitable. 0.3 worth of fabric into 1 amber worth of coats. There's a lot of stuff that we can make that's just pure profit right now. And we have 179 plant fiber. So we could really be going ham on that. I don't think I want any of these. I really wish I had that cornerstone that was, you can plant mushrooms on any farm field, because it would make Fungal Guide very good. But I don't think either of these are worth taking at this point. They don't have enough time to ramp up before the end of the game. This, on the other hand, is very good. It's very, very good. Because we already took Herb Garden, it's just going to make the Herb Garden even more productive. And everyone eats biscuit, so we're going to be making a lot of biscuits. We absolutely take that. Like, this is all they do in this apothecary is make biscuits, and they're still only barely keeping up. So every time they do that, it just makes the Herb Garden that much more powerful. Oh, right, and reassign your woodcutters now that Storm is over. That's what you wanted to do. Here, put them next to this warehouse. Just have them do whatever they want over there. I don't think there's any other easily reachable glades. Yeah, like not really. There's more glades we could get to, but none of them are a quick trip, so I'm just going to let you do whatever over there. I'd rather have you cutting close metal. Oh, I was going to stop sagging wood, probably. That burned 300 wood that season. We can't afford to do that every season. I think we might have to start eating downpour. We might even be able to tank devastating storms, honestly. Interesting, interesting. What you got for me? Well, first of all, what do I have for you? I've got 42 packs of building materials. Like, give me the amber that I need to play this game with you in the first place. Now we have 29. So this is free resolve. This is about to matter, because humans and beavers can both use coats. Oil we don't make, skewers we don't make, and we're way past the stage in the game where an upgraded herbalist camp would be good. So I think just give me these two. And that makes clothier really important to get active. No, wait. Do I need to buy? I could buy pigment from you too, actually. Because you do education, don't you? Yeah, you do. But you only have 3 amber. So you couldn't buy it anyway. Yeah, okay, fair point. That's a fair point. Couldn't buy it if I wanted to. Trade route completed. What's free and or cheap today? That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Why? Oh, I can only... Wait, what? Not enough provisions. What are you... Oh, we haven't built it yet. Dummy. We need to get that provisioner out. Because I would have loved to take that trade route. This is 15 amber for, like, stuff that we are not using at all. Also, how do you feel about taking new villagers in right now? Given that you have no control over your hostility, and it's year 8 and you're only at 180 food, so you're very clearly, like, only doing slightly better than breaking even. I mean, it seems like an overly combative way to word that question, I suppose. Would be, you know, my initial response. And, like, because it was so combative, now I'm going to think about taking people in just to spite you. And then I'm going to click accept really fast before I can even think about whether that's a good idea or not, so I can have 2 harpies making coats. Yeah, it looks like your cunning plan to never take villagers in ever again backfired there, huh? Because now you can have people in here making fabric. You can have this guy's idle. All of these guys are idle. Hey, look, you found a bunch of, like, labor that you could have used. Well, what if we just built a second supplier? Because we clearly can't keep up on planks. We really can't keep up on planks. It is true. You're saying things that are known. And we've got 2 harpies and a bathhouse that we could send to work there for the bonus resolve. We could replace them with beavers. Presumably beavers know a thing or two about cleanliness. Here, this is also priority. We're not going to get the provisioner up this season. It's just not going to happen, so don't even worry about it. And you're like, well, wait, hang on. You, no, not you. You, no. You, no. Who? Flower. Is it the provisioner that you're thinking of? Yeah, it's the provisioner I'm thinking of. Never mind. We could offload a lot of the flower production onto the provisioner. We could take it off of the supplier, and then all the supplier would do is make planks. So actually, before you do this, because I think I've actually talked myself out of doing this now, just get me the provisioner up, and then I'm going to have you stop making flour, and you're only going to make planks. And that might fix our plank issue. Also got 3 homeless right now. Okay, we can fix that. You don't have the planks for it. Finish the provisioner, and then build a little more housing. If you try to do 10 things at once, you actually end up accomplishing 0 things. Did you know? So next order that finishes is going to be new clothes. Anytime you guys feel like hauling it away. People are going to go on break, people are going to grab clothes, they're going to have the need for clothing fulfilled. We'll wait a little bit. That's going to get us to the next blueprint reward. And what are we hoping to see in that blueprint reward? I think scrolls. I don't think there's a single building that makes trade goods and luxury goods, so I think unfortunately that ship has sailed, unless we get really lucky with a trader who brings a blueprint. So I think our strategy right now to win a game is to go all in on new clothes, save up a ton of amber and reroll until we get temple. That gives us 2 reputation, and then we need 2 more reputation from anyone's resolve. And I think it's probably going to be Harpies. I think that's the plan for victory. Woodcutter's Camp has no trees nearby. What are you saying? I mean, I hear what you're saying, but like, you know what I mean. Trade route complete. Give me that 28 amber. I don't know where you came from. Oh, we don't have provisions, right? But hey, look, we stopped doing 5 things at once, and we successfully constructed a provisioner. How about that? You don't need to be in here anymore. You can come in here. Yeah, that's all you're gonna do. And then now that that's up, you can stop making flour. You can take all these flour ingredients and put them back into the warehouse, and all you're going to do is make planks. And we're going to see if that doesn't help you keep up with the incredible appetite of this tinkerer, which is also out of tools, and to be fair is like only making packs of building materials. But we need that to live. You show up in 220? That's not going to be before storm. Has our wood recovered? We're at 846, so we cannot afford to burn 3 stacks of wood every storm. How about this? I think since we took spices, I think food is going to be fine. I don't think it's fine right now, but I think it is trending towards fine. And if it's trending towards fine, then we could probably afford to just see if we can tank devastating storms this storm season. And if we can, hey, that's great. It means we don't have to worry about hostility anymore. Why aren't you happy? We're not keeping up on biscuits. It's because they're busy making cosmetics and incense. You shouldn't be making incense. We should be at cap on incense. We are, okay. It's because you're making cosmetics. Maybe that's because we are about to run out of cosmetics, and now that the egg delivery line has turned back on, they can make some forward progress on it again. I'm not sure. I don't know, man. Just, you know, find some trees to cut. You gonna tick before storm? It would be lovely if you would. Hey, you did. Alright. This needs to be temple. Oh, frick, it's monastery. Oh, monastery would be really good too. But if we get temple, look, you don't even grow grain yet. So why are you like, oh boy, it's leisure? You are ass at making barrels, and you like can't even make ale. So just reroll for temple. Oh my god, he got it in one. What a gamer. Now, build this like immediately. Yeah, hostility is going to be really bad, but that's because we ate devastating storms. And because it's hostility 7. Because we're still running woodcutters. But hey, it doesn't matter anymore. I think, anyway. It shouldn't matter. It might matter. Shouldn't. We'll see. We'll see if it matters. 10 seconds, we get another reputation. That's going to tank our impatience even further, which is not going to do our hostility any favors. Okay, you're definitely going to lose people this storm. Is this worth taking? It does give you +2 to coats production. You're already keeping up on coats. Why don't you just leave it until next drizzle? I don't think you need to push your hostility any further than it's already being pushed. Oh, you guys could get to a glade over here. Hey, that's kind of interesting. Really need metal too. Oh, you do have stone. Sure, use stone in it. You'll only be able to make like 40 with the amount of stone that we have, but why don't you do it anyway? Now, are we going to lose villagers? Yeah, we're going to lose villagers. Is that okay? Yeah, it's actually okay because I want my impatience to be a little higher to offset this hostility. Because it's a little out of control. RP builder left, that's fine. Next season, we'll just take people. They come with items. Items are good. This looks like trade lugs. Safe haven's going to be bad when you only have one haven. Minus 40 hostility is not that good. Firekeeper's armor is like a high prestige kind of pick. We don't care about corruption here. And we're not producing leather. So it's a pretty obvious trade logs, I think. And then show me trade routes. Sure. Sure. Yeah, we can afford that. Can technically afford that. And we can afford that. Let's go. Now, new clothes. Now we turn this in. It's totally fine. New villagers in 2 minutes. Vliss is here. I will buy your minus hostility book. I'd really like to buy +3 to fabric. 34. Oh, what am I saying? I have 52 packs of building materials. Of course I can afford that. What are you, crazy? Here, sell them some extra provisions, too. Boom, boom. Why not? Sure. That's all good enough. We could favor beavers to get them to 30. They haven't ticked yet, so that should be like a relatively easy ask. And we're very close to being able to fit a woodcutter's hut down here. I don't like this road anymore. I think I'd rather it be this road. Go away, Vliss. I don't need to know that you're here anymore. And then I think this is the win. So this is 1 rep right here, because they've never ticked before. This is most of a 2nd rep point. We are building a temple. We can make 50 scrolls. We can like cobble together pigment from somewhere, or we could just buy it. Take me to 60. We'll put a human in there when the new villager wave comes in. That'll be our 3rd reputation. We could also just favor humans to get them to 35. Like, we've got a clear path to victory now. We just need to put it together before the forest becomes so violent that it forces us out. Because we did learn that we cannot tank that Hostility 5 mystery. Trade route completed. Yeah, I sure hope it does. 14 biscuits? No, we're not really keeping up on biscuits. That's scary. You probably shouldn't trade away food. Oh, hey, there's fertile soil here. I don't think I can really get to it without opening that glade, but I guess we know that glade has fertile soil in it. For whatever that knowledge accomplishes for us. Completing trade routes. This is all resolve. 7 resolve, to be specific. So nice to see that Prosperous Settlement is paying off. Couldn't have done it without you. And then how are you doing? You're just like chopping this stuff down? That's fine. Excuse me? No, I don't want the Elder Scrolls 4 soundtrack. Thank you. No, excuse me. There we go. One of these days, I'm going to sit down and troubleshoot why the music skips, and it's going to be great. But until then, we're just going to have to play this playlist on repeat over and over again. Okay, We have done like every trade route that we could possibly do this season without buying new ones with Amber. And I want you guys to, like, listen. No, not all of it. Son of a... I want you to get this glade open before the end of this season. It makes people happy. Do you think you can do that for me? Oh, and new villagers. Yeah, that's probably fine. What was I going to have them do? One was going to go in here. You're chilling. You're chilling. I don't know, you're probably going to have some work in a temple. Seems close enough. Just chop the damn tree. Show me the glade. Also, build this road now that we have idle builders. Thank you. Oh, second fertile soil! It's way too late for us to use that. But thanks for letting me know that you were there the whole time. I guess, or whatever. I'm not even going to build a farm on it. It's too late to make effective use of that. The moment's gone. You, though, we can just send to the Citadel. I'm sure we have 10 spare raw food somewhere. Sure, just do that. And then this is it. We're just waiting. Our last 2 resolves are ticking, and we're not even going to need the temple. It's going to be beavers, it's going to be harpies, and if either of them fail, then we can favor humans. So just to confirm... Where is it? Right here. Win a game without discovering a dangerous or forbidden glade on Pioneer or higher. We are at 0 of 0. We have not discovered a dangerous or forbidden glade, and we are about to complete a game. One more deed out of the way. Also, one of the rare games where we are going to win before year 10. I was chatting with some people on the Against the Storm Discord when this camps update came out about how difficult some deeds were, and we're going to give that a couple tries, but it sounds like win a game in 3 years or less is one that you kind of got to do on, like, the lowest difficulty possible. And I can see that. I think 5 or less might be possible with some really good RNG. I do not think it's possible to win a game on Prestige 1 in 3 or fewer years. You'd have to average almost 6 rep per year. That's an insane number. I don't really need them to take over right now because I can let beavers and harpies do it. Like, just these 3 are fine. They're at a +2 with that number of houses. They'll be good. Like, it's not ideal for them. I'm sure they're complaining a bit about it behind my back, but... Alright, fine, we'll do this. We'll favor humans up to 41, because I think beavers ran out of something that they like. Not exactly sure what, but they just decided to start complaining all of a sudden. This is 0.4 per minute, so we need 2 minutes to win. Yeah, we'll get that. We will get that for sure. Fun game, though. The early years were definitely a little dodgy until we finally strung together the right series of blueprints that we needed to really make things happen. I'm going to have to think about how to do it without opening any glade whatsoever, though. Like, my first impression is play on Coral Forest, because you get so many resources out of the trees. And then hope that you get, like, a couple lucky cornerstones and blueprints in, like, your first year that let you set up an economy without having to actually open glades. It has to be something that's based on trees. because the only thing you can do on that map is cut down as many trees as possible. I don't know, like we don't need any of this, but why not? Well, we could also sell them building packs. I did see that there's another stack of export specialization in there. So something that I want to check before we win is when we make a pack of building materials in here, yeah, it's 7 planks into 5 packs of building materials. That's kind of efficient in terms of generating amber, I would say. Anyway, there you go. Playing it safe, done. Prosperity 5, sure. Orders from the Queen 4, sure. That's just a bunch of long-term achievements. Take me to the Smoldering City. Show me deeds. Done, done, done. Show me upgrades. We have 108. We can afford one thing. What are you? Pretty bad. Well, it depends on how many this gives, I guess. Maybe it could be nice to take a training gear delivery line. I'm assuming that's just like it doesn't like you start with training gear. It's like you get training gear like per year because it's a delivery line. But I don't know how many it is. We can choose a plantation when we start is kind of interesting. We can choose a forager's camp is kind of interesting. Gain embarkation points is kind of interesting. Oh, or we could afford this. What do you do? Field kitchen. Okay, I'm going to take field kitchen. Field kitchen is like the makeshift post and the crude workstation in that it has highly inefficient recipes for a bunch of complex food. And there have been a lot of games where I've really wanted to produce complex food, but I just don't have a blueprint for it. Field kitchen is that blueprint. So I'm going to take that. That's a really good bonus, I think. So plans. I'm going to take a 5-minute. I'm going to go refill water. Going to do a quick bathroom break. And then I'm going to come back and play Potion Craft for I think an hour and a half until 6 p.m. Eastern. And then I've got to hop off, wrap some presents, go make dinner, do a bunch of other stuff to get ready for Christmas. So if you're only here for Against the Storm, you can leave. You have my permission to go. If you would like to stick around and watch Potion Craft, hang out for like 5 minutes. Get up, take a stretch to fix your posture, refill your water, and we'll be back momentarily. So let me get you a splash screen set up. Let's see, going